I'm Austin.
And we're the Science Girls.
We've been presented with a question. If two sets of identical twins get married and each couple has a child, could the resulting children be identical? Oftentimes, identical twins appear similar, but that does not mean that they have the same DNA.
Huh?
Well, due to meiosis and heredity, the children cannot be identical. Two reasons why they most likely are not identical are meiosis and heredity. Meiosis, cells that go through this process, are genetically different due to multiple events that take place throughout this process. Three events that take place are crossing over, independent assortment, and mutation. These events make the odds of the two children being identical twins very unlikely because the odds of both children's DNA that have the same crossing over, independent assortment, and possible mutation is very slim. Next is heredity. Somatic cells contain two alleles for every gene, with one from each parent. So the odds of both set of parents passing on the same exact alleles is not likely.
What about the Punnett square?
Are you dumb or?
I was getting to it. There's a small possibility that they could be identical, proven by the Punnett square. In this Punnett square, the one parent has two green recessive genes. The second parent has one dominant yellow gene and one recessive green gene. So this offspring would have a 50% chance of having one dominant yellow and one recessive green, and a 50% chance of having two recessive greens. In this Punnett square, both parents have one dominant brown eye and one recessive blue eye. So the offspring has a 25% chance of having two dominant brown eye genes, a 50% chance of having one dominant brown eye gene and one recessive blue eye gene, and a 25% chance of having two blue recessive genes. A third reason why the offsprings most likely are not identical are due to environmental changes. The genes you were born with are not the same as the ones you have when you die, so twins may start with near to identical DNA, but as their life progresses, their genes will change and develop into two individual people. The environmental factors shown in this diagram can cause epigenetic changes by altering the way molecules bind to DNA or changing the structure of proteins that DNA wraps around. These structural changes can result in slight changes in the gene activity. They also can produce more dramatic changes by switching genes on when they should be off, or vice versa.
Oh, I get it. So through meiosis
And heredity.
and Punnett squares, there's a slight chance that the two twins have sets of identical twins.
But it is very unlikely.
I think you forgot environmental changes. Like, are you dumb or...
So did you know identical twins can't have identical twins?
Okay. Catch us on the next episode of Austin Swirls and his Science Girls. It may not make sense to y'all, but once I finish singing the song you see, you'll be singing it in the hall. Listen up and learn about your genes. Maybe you know how to draw, or you sing a song better than Tim McGraw, or you grow to be 7 feet tall. Whatever, it's all about your genes. Last name Carmen, first name Mister. I made this song on Windows 7, boy, I'm not a Vista. Enough talking, but now it's got so boring that students always sleeping and they wouldn't stop snoring. I decided I would rhyme about jeans, not the kind you're buying at the mall with Christine. But the genes I'm talking about, they controlling all your traits, from the color of your skin to the shape of your face. Genes are different versions that they call alleles. They come in pairs of two, but they just like wheels.
Be like, oh, we're starting.
Meow. It's going.
Oh, I get it. So through meiosis
And heredity.
I was getting to it. There's a small possibility that they could be identical. Alright, go again.